Namaste, Jai Bharat. Getting the defense modernized is a phenomenon that happens in many places. It happens more in Bharat and also so intensely in Pakistan. They're trying to procure military equipments, warheads, fighting equipments, aircraft, all those things. Pakistan buys, rather borrows, and many people who sell to Pakistan know that this money is hardly going to come back. But then they have some other interests. Once you make Pakistan happy, you can make them do things, make them act as per the wish of these people, and then the relationship would turn it into master and slave. Pakistan has no problem because they are hardly concerned about self-respect. That is one thing you find in the Pakistani community, that there is no self-respect. That's why they go to the extent of becoming beggars. Wherever they go, they just want their money. They just want to get their things done. Somehow, we call them as matlabis. Sometimes we call them also as Lahoris. Lahoris they really are. So that's the situation in Pakistan. Whereas on the other hand, Bharat is trying to be Atmanirbhar and also Swabhimani. We are trying to make things of our own. We are trying to make things of our own because we have such potentials within Bharat, such capable individuals, very, very smart people, very, very capable people, and very, very innovative people. Though somebody will call it even as jugaad, so no harm, but very innovative people, very capable people who are really capable of doing things. Just look at the background. We had been having this kind of abilities for centuries and centuries before the Europe got ever civilized. Before they were wearing clothes, they were living in the barbaric ways. We had a civilization, a settled civilization based on a definite knowledge tradition. So that is a background of Bharat. Whatever innovations destroyed us for the time being doesn't destroy us for long. That's there, that everyone knows. So we are trying to make our own things. Pakistan is buying. A fundamental difference between an equipment in the hands of an artificial person and an equipment in the hands of a natural person, if you can read the difference between these two, you will understand the difference between a Pakistani sitting behind a machine and a Bharatian sitting behind a machine. That's an Indian operating the same machine and a Pakistan operating the same machine. That difference is number one. Number two, you are operating a system which you have created, and you are operating a system which you borrowed from someone. Just imagine those who know cycling, it's simple. You are cycling your own bicycle and you are cycling a borrowed bicycle. Those who pedal, when you pedal, you understand the difference. Same goes to all machines. Same goes to motorcycles. Same goes to anything that motor cars or anything. Any machine which you use regularly and a machine which you borrow and use, there will be a difference in performance. When we make our own thing, the difference becomes more intense and serious. So Bharat makes own equipment, and when a person from Bharat operates it, he is more free, or using that expression, he is more atoned. That's a religious term, atone, for the Jews, atonement. So I am not using it in that serious sense. I am using at one meant in that sense. They also use it in theology as at one meant, becoming one. So they are atoned with the equipment. The operator is atoned with the equipment, and the operator mentally communicates with the so-called mind of the equipment of a relation of oneness. This can't happen in Pakistan. The second point is that whatever ancestral capability they must have inherited before they left Bharat, they've lost all of them. They lost all. They lost the work culture. It's simple. You compare a Pakistani worker with an Indian worker, and you see the differences in the work culture, and that difference is so serious. They lost the work culture. They lost that kind of emotions. They lost the entire culture which they supposed to have had sometime back when they lived in Bharat. Maybe even as Muslims, when they lived in Bharat, they had shared the culture of Bharat. That's gone. They got themselves estranged from their own real ancestry. Now, if you give a latest steel or something more than steels to a Pakistani, the person who is sitting in the cockpit and holding the joystick is a Pakistani, and his performance shall be far inferior to a person who is holding a joystick with another aircraft which is made in Bharat, and the person, if he is Indian, the performance will be far different. Same goes to any equipment. I just mentioned a fighter aircraft and a pilot. It's equally applicable to a soldier who's holding a rifle and squeezing the trigger. This difference can be overlooked. So you equip Pakistan with all kinds of weapons to their tooth and nail. The performance is bound to be subaltern performance, substandard performance. That's because they have lost their efficacy, they lost their efficiency, they lost their potentials and capacity through remaining separate in isolation from the Sanskriti of Bharat, the culture of Bharat. They lost it. What they obtained is up to them. They would say that we got this, we got that, and that's their narrative, all right. Let them believe it and live in that paradise of fools and idiots. That's a different thing. But when no matter how good equipment you give to them, they are bound to fail because there are no capable individuals to handle them, to make it work, to make it more result oriented, to make it more productive. Such people are there in Bharat. Even if we have got an inferior kind of thing, we will make it work better. We take the best of it. You can't bridge this gap between the efficiency of a person of Bharat doing a thing and the person from a Pakistani working in that manner. This gap, so long as it remains, they can never compete Bharat. They still do the mistake of equating themselves with Bharat in their discussions and talks. They always say, they have done this, we could not do this. They have done this, we could not do it. Do not compare. The Pakistan and Bharat belongs to two different categories. There is no connection between them. The categories are different. The class apart. There is no comparison. Please don't do it. You think you understand Punjab in Pakistan, and you understand Punjab in, you think you understand Punjab in Bharat, but Bharat is not Punjab alone. That part you conveniently ignore. So these are the things that makes Pakistan into difficult situations in judging. And of course their natural character of being Lahori, as our Major Gaurav always says, that it's in the blood. Maybe he's right. That's the character of Lahoris. And they continuously deceive themselves, self-stultification, self-deception, and also alienation of self from what they ought to have been. This is a comparison. So let's let them say, we should only do. Let them speak, we'll do things when it's required. We shall meet again. Till then, Namaste. Jai Bharat, Jai Sri Ram.